Good evening, 6th grade. It is Thursday, May 7th, and boy, do I have a treat for you today. So, remember how we were learning this simple interest formula? It's interest usually multiplied by the years. Well, you know math. We like to make things a little more complicated once you learn a basic concept. But we're going to work through it as well. It's not one of my particularly favorite subjects, but we'll get through it. I don't think you should see this much ever again, but it's one of those things that if you really wanted to see how much interest you're paying monthly, you can. So that's what we're going to be learning today, interest by month. If an annual interest rate is given, time is in the simple interest formula must be expressed in terms of years. For example, Mr. Nicholas borrowed $3,000 at 15% rate of interest for 3 months. So 3 months though, how would you write that as a year? Well, how many months are in a year? 12. So you would go, well, 3 over 12 years, which is 1/4 a year, or as a decimal, you could even multiply it as 0.25 years. So you're going to have to do that on a couple of these problems, and we're going to look at some of the representations. So, I'm going to give you the times in terms of year for class practice 1. 1 month would be 1/12 years. 2 months, 1/6 of a year. 3 months, 1/4 of a year. 4 months, 1/3 of a year. 5 months, 5/12 of a year. 6 months, 1/2 of a year. 7 months, 7/12 of a year. 8 months, 2/3 of a year. 9 months, 3/4 of a year. And then lastly, 10 months is 5/6 of a year. So now that you know that, let's do some story problems, and then I'm going to run some simple interest problems with you using months, and we'll call it for today. Let's do these. So, Dr. Henry bought a refrigerator for $1,250. So he bought it at it was $1,250, but he put $450 down on it automatically. So that $1,250 we throw out the window. We're looking at the $800 that he borrowed. So that's where it's going to matter. He's going to pay it in 6 months at an 18% rate of interest. Okay. So times 18%, which we know is, of course, 0.18. Wait a minute, 6 months? That's not a year. Can we turn it into a fraction? You bet we can. 6 months. How many months are in a year? 12. So times 6/12. Hey, that's 1/2. 1/2 is a decimal. We know that decimal. That's right, 0.5. So we've got 800 times 0.18 times 0.5. So let's take care of this first. So we've got 0.18 times 0.5. Let's see what we've got here. 0, 4, 5 times 1 is 5. 90, how many? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 0.09. So 800 times 0.09 is going to give us our interest. So let's do that then. Let's go 800 times 0.09. Alright, 9 times 0 is 0, 9 times 0 is 0, 72, 0, 0, 0, 0. So 0, 0, 2, 7, how many decimals? 2. So our interest rate is $72, so we got to add together. So 800 plus 72, so he ends up paying $872 for the borrowed money. Because we solved that one. So now we got to find the total cost though. So how much did he pay? How much did he put down? So 872 plus the 450. We're not over yet. So 450 plus 872. He actually pays, there your one, he pays more than what the refrigerator's worth. Why? Why did he spend more? Well, because that's what happens when you borrow money. Those interest rates, they basically charge you for using money. So though he could have, if he had saved, could have bought it at $12.50, he ends up only paying about $72 more, which in reality is not the worst interest you could spend on. You know, there's some places that interest rates are so high that you spend almost 3 times what the product's worth if you borrow money. Alright, I think you can do B on your own. We did that. Alright, let's do A. We're not going to add together, we're going to just find the interest. So $200 times out percent, 5%, at a rate of 6 months, right? Yep, so we know 6 months is a half. Times a half. You know, there's another way to do this that I just haven't bothered to show you. What does that mean? That's half of it. So what could we do? Instead of multiplying by 0.5, couldn't we divide? We could. We could go divide by 2. So 0.05 divided by 2, 0, 2, so 0.025, so that works too. So we've got 200 times 0.025, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 2 is 10, carry a 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 2 is 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, so 0, 5, 0, 0, 0, that 0 doesn't really matter for now. How many decimal points? 1, 2, 3. So we go 1, 2, 3. That 0 disappears. So the interest was $5 for half a year. Not bad interest at all. Okay, that's just how you do these. Those are pretty straightforward. Just follow the formula, use the chart up top. Alright, and then lastly, number 4, these are just some reviews for converting from Celsius to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to Celsius. You guys have done these before. I know you have. You did some on your quiz. You've done some for your classwork. Just get those done. Get 1 through 4 all done, and you will be done for today. And I will see you tomorrow.